This is so surreal. The campus that I grew up dreaming of coming to is beautiful. It's amazing.
My heart was beating so fast. I could feel the Trojan spirit.
Wow, this kind of feels like home.
My dad also went to USC, so he's a big Trojan, and growing up I always dreamed of coming to USC.
My mom is from China and lived in really poverty conditions. And so when she was about 21 or 22, she came to the United States by herself and worked various jobs as like a waiter till she met my dad. He was just a very rural Midwest, and they fell in love and they got married.
I was born and raised in Seoul for 23 years. My father is a civil servant. My mom was an English teacher.
My dad always, every year, would fundraise for Pediatric Cancer Research Foundation called Dribble for the Cure. And we would dribble a basketball the whole way with pediatric cancer patients. And they would share their stories. So those moments with my dad sparked my interest in pediatric oncology. I decided after my first semester that I wanted to pursue occupational therapy.
Education was thought to be the only social ladder in South Korea. So I was studying 16 hours a day. When I was 16 years old, I made this film, how abusive South Korean education is.
2주 뒤면 9월 모평이야. 9월이라고. 얼마나 중요한지 몰라?
That film unexpectedly really blew up.
My mom had to really work her way, how hard it was to get access to proper legal services. That's what really inspired my journey to come to law school. I want to make it more accessible.
I enlisted for the mandatory military service. Hazing was very, very extreme. During that dark time, this captain in my barrack was a fan of virtual reality. And he brought this Oculus Quest 2. It was such an eye-opening experience. USC is the place where the Oculus device started. Professor Mark Bolus and one of the biggest figures in the VR industry, Professor Scott Fisher, is the faculty member of Media Arts and Practice. So it was a no-brainer to apply to USC.
I always dreamed of becoming a member of the marching band, and I played flute all throughout high school, but then coming into college I kind of wanted to try something new, so I decided to pick up saxophone.
I am a resident assistant on campus in charge of a floor, which is about 40 to 50 residents. Connect them to resources, host programming, just basically make them feel at home in the USC community.
I made a VR software where children with autism can practice social interaction, not in an expensive clinic or therapy center, but at home with your parents.
I've been an APA scholar for about 3 years now. The reason I did apply for the scholarship is to alleviate financial stress.
My mom, she was like the sole financial supporter for a lot of my life. And luckily I was able to receive a USC Gold Merit Scholarship. And I found the Southern California Chinese Lawyers Association's Albert and Teresa Lum Scholarship. Albert Lum is a founding member and actually a Gold alumni, but I knew it wasn't enough. When I found out about the APA scholarship, I thought it was the perfect match.
Last August, I was at the brink of going back to Korea. I was couch surfing in different places, only eating cereal and toast. I had 3 weeks before my flight. I sent letters to 30, 40 people. A week before my flight, I got a response, a miraculous response from the chair of Korean American leaders in Hollywood. I got a grant, a 22K grant. Last year, Katie Luo, the APAA scholar at Media Arts and Practice, she introduced this APAA scholarship. And I found that this was way more than just a scholarship. This was a community, this is a family.
After graduation, I'll be doing a district court clerkship, and afterwards I'll be doing a federal appellate clerkship.
I want to make a new type of VR device, helping marginalized societies, regardless of how rich or poor they are.
I want to thank my donor, George Hayakawa, and the endowment for my USC education.
Thank you so much, donors. I'm really appreciative of all that you have given me.
And I now have a mission to pay it forward, whether that is financial aid or mentorship.
Fight on!
Fight on.
Fight on.